our first order is to take dominion over our flesh. And if you've ever flown on an airplane, there is a brief, short safety brief as you taxi out to the runway. Now, unless you're a weirdo like me, nobody pays attention to these things, but I do. I don't know why, I just do. The flight attendant explains that in case of an emergency and the cabin becomes depressurized, oxygen masks will fall from the roof. They explicitly tell you that you are to put on your own mask before trying to help anybody else. But what's the importance of that? At 30,000 feet, if your aircraft becomes depressurized, you have about 30 seconds to put on your mask before hypoxia or the lack of oxygen begins to set in. So it's extremely important that you put yours on before you help the person next to you. Because if you're gasping for air, you can't effectively and adequately help the person next to you. Taking dominion over our flesh is very much like the same thing. If we cannot get our fleshly desires in order, we cannot effectively steward, manage, and cultivate all of the other areas that God has entrusted us with. That's why I'm putting a lot of emphasis on taking dominion over our flesh. And I'll be honest, it's one of the hardest things for us to do. Taking dominion over our flesh simply means that we need to take control over our physical and spiritual desires and choose to allow Jesus and the Holy Spirit to come in and change our desires and lead us in the way that God chooses for us. And yes, this also means letting God have control over our emotions and allowing Him to guide in how we choose to act and react.